Just really feeling this protest because of what has just happened in the United States. Can't believe our good fortune, and it just feels like a lot of solidarity here. It's very special.
When women are harmed, it's all humanity that is harmed. So the rights that regress for one part of humanity are rights that regress for everyone. This is why we are fighting together.
Lawmakers in New York State passed a new gun law on Friday that bans weapons from a list of sensitive places, including Times Square. The law was passed in an emergency session just a week after a major gun rights decision by the U.S. Supreme Court. The court's conservative majority ruled for the first time that the U.S. Constitution grants someone the right to carry weapons in public for self-defense. New York's Democratic leaders have decried the ruling and the court, saying there will be more gun violence if there are more people carrying guns. Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul called for Friday's emergency session.
I refuse to surrender my right as governor to protect New Yorkers from gun violence or any other form of harm. We're not going backwards. They may think they can change our lives with the stroke of a pen, but we have pens too.
The Supreme Court's ruling allowed that people could be banned from carrying weapons in certain sensitive places, but warned lawmakers against applying the label too broadly. Friday's new law in New York makes it a felony crime to carry guns in a wide range of places, from schools to stadiums, from zoos to the New York subway. Law enforcement and registered security guards are among those exempt from the limits. The new law also requires gun license applicants to prove their shooting proficiency and submit their social media accounts for review. Republican state lawmakers complain that the new limits make the right to carry weapons lesser than other constitutional rights, such as freedom of speech and of religion. It's set to take effect on September 1st.
Tesla delivered 17.9 fewer electric vehicles in the second quarter from the previous quarter, as China's COVID-19 related shutdown disrupted its production and supply chain. The world's biggest electric car maker said on Saturday that it delivered over 254,000 vehicles in the April to June period, compared to over 310,000 vehicles in the preceding quarter, ending a nearly 2-year-long run of record quarterly deliveries. A resurgence in COVID-19 cases in China had forced Tesla to temporarily suspend production at its Shanghai factory and also affected suppliers' facilities in the country. Tesla is ramping up production at the Shanghai factory with the easing of the COVID-19 lockdown, which will help boost deliveries in the second half. China has been instrumental in Tesla's rapid increase of vehicle production, with the low-cost, lucrative Shanghai factory producing roughly half of the company's total cars delivered last year. CEO Elon Musk has said demand for Tesla vehicles remains strong, but supply chain challenges still remain. Early in June, Musk told executives that he had a, quote, super bad feeling about the economy and needed to cut about 10% of staff at Tesla. Tesla shares have fallen 35% so far this year, hit by Musk's $44 billion proposed acquisition of Twitter, the China lockdown, and macroeconomic uncertainties. The top courts in Texas and Ohio allowed the Republican-led states to enforce restrictions and bans on abortions after the U.S. Supreme Court last week overturned the nationwide constitutional right to abortion. The Texas Supreme Court late on Friday allowed a nearly century-old ban to take effect, reversing a temporary restraining order a judge issued on Tuesday that allowed the procedure to resume in the state up to the already restricted 6 weeks of pregnancy. The order, which allows the law to be enforced civilly but not criminally, came the same day the Ohio Supreme Court gave the state the go-ahead to enforce a 2019 ban on abortions at 6 weeks of pregnancy. The dual orders came 1 week after the conservative majority U.S. Supreme Court restored states' authorities to ban abortions, triggering a flurry of lawsuits seeking to preserve the ability of women to terminate their own pregnancies. Lawyers for the abortion clinics who challenged the 1925 ban vowed to continue fighting. Since the Supreme Court erased the nearly 50-year precedent, abortion rights groups have challenged anti-abortion laws in 11 states, and judges in Florida, Louisiana, Kentucky, and Utah have prevented restrictions or bans from being enforced. Friday's orders came as two Democratic-controlled states, New York and New Jersey, moved to bolster abortion rights within their borders. In New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy signed legislation designed to allow women who venture to the state seeking abortions to do so without fear of prosecution or civil litigation from their home states. The New York Senate passed an amendment to the state constitution to codify the right to an abortion as well as the right to contraception.